Hello, I'm Andrew,
And I'm Chrystian.
and welcome back to the Brain Rack, Season 1. First episode, talking about ourselves.
Yep. That, I think, would be a very good first episode. That way you guys, our viewers, can get to know us a little bit better. Wouldn't you agree, Andrew?
I would very much agree, Christian.
All right.
But first of all, before we get any further, now, when you think of the name Christian, all right, first spelling you would come to mind would be
The religion
C,
one.
right?
Christian.
Okay, but your mother, rest your soul,
Mom.
or your mom.
Because my mom was the one who named me, but not
Right.
my mother.
Okay, well,
Which we will get to in a second as well.
right. Your mom, wonderful lady. Okay, kind of did a little differently.
Yes, very much so.
How do you actually spell your name?
Chrystian.
Kind of some old school English of like the Y being an I in this case,
Yes.
but that's cool. And then my name Andrew is just
The generic way.
yep.
But I will also want to state that it's kind of interesting that my name has a Y in it because I ask the question why a lot.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's almost like a precursor. I don't
Yeah.
ask a lot of I don't say I a lot, but I say why a lot.
Right, because that's just who you are.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
Now,
Anyways,
more about ourselves, our personal beliefs. We both love Jesus. We both know him personally, and of course, being that we're both Christians, and we want to see the best of people. Always
yep,
want to always see the best of people. We want people to succeed at life.
Very
we
much
want
so.
people to be everything that Jesus has created them to be.
Very much so.
That's just what we believe. Well, I believe. I'm sure you can agree because you're nodding your head in your agreements.
yes. It's also that's another topic though too. Just the fact of Jesus and Christians. Whole nother topic right there.
Right. But that's us. We're both Christians. That's our beliefs. So, our upbringing. Okay, you want to go first?
Sure. I was raised as actually, and this is where I was going to come in with the fact of mom and mother being different. I was raised by. Actually, I'm going to lead into this. I'm going to do my riddle.
Oh yeah, you got your riddle to do.
Yes, I have a riddle on my upbringing, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, all right. The riddle is, how can you be be the firstborn, yet still have siblings and be the youngest? All three of those things. Second part to the riddle is, how can your uncle's kids be your nieces and nephews?
I'm pretty sure quite a few people probably already just skipped this part of the video. I want to know the answer. No,
Probably.
Just hold on. This is very interesting. He's going to explain this.
All right. This is all true for me. Also, I became a firstborn, I am a firstborn, but yet I became an uncle at 1.5 years old. But I am the firstborn. Here's how all of these things are true. For me, including, I was adopted by my grandparents' family. So my uncle's kids are my nieces and nephews.
By genetics.
By legalities, actually.
Legalities, yes.
By genetics, he is my uncle. By legalities, he's my brother.
That's crazy.
So my mother is my sister. And my grandmother is my mother. My mom is my sister. Anyways. So that's why, and I distinguish my mom, my birth mom, as mom, and my grandmother as mother.
So basically, you were adopted by your grandmother. Okay.
On my mother's side.
Okay. So your upbringing, like your
Yes.
home surroundings.
Basically, that leads into my upbringing because I was raised by my grandparents. on my mother's side, and they did homeschooling for me. So I basically have homeschooling background. And then after homeschooling, after 6th grade, I went to Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, which is obviously a Christian school. So that's kind of fun. I graduated from there, but I also did PFCO, which is basically doing college during high school for free, which was awesome. And then after that, I went to a 2-year discipleship program at my church, and then which was called Master's Commission, which is a little bit similar to the one that is south of here, way south of here, if you've heard of that. Just Google it. You'll find it probably. Anyways, and then after that, I went to MSCTC, Fergus Falls, and that is my college.
Very cool, very cool. Now, let's do this. So how about we make this episode about you and then your upbringing, and then like talk about like your personal experiences with like say your upbringing, your schooling, your current colleges, and then then we'll switch it over to me for the next session because that.
All right, and then after that one, we'll do another one on
both of us.
Both.
Like,
all right.
So
perfect. So and then so for the next topic. We will do.
You were raised. Your mother and your grandfather. Well, your mother and your father were. I remember there was a picture at one of your houses where you used to live about you living in kind of a cliff wall, kind of a.
Yes.
Country place.
Yes. I've lived in, and that actually goes into the moving aspect. We originally lived in like Rochester area in Minnesota, and then we moved to up in way north of here in McIntosh, then Clitheroe, then here. And during the time that we lived in Rochester area, we lived in St. Cloud as well, in a trailer park for a while.
That's interesting. So how did you make the official move to this hometown of Fergus Falls?
That was because of Hillcrest, and because my father was moved into the veterans home here in Fergus, and because of that we wanted to be closer to him as well as closer to my school, Hillcrest.
So it worked out both ways.
Yes, and our church, which is Life Church of Fergus Falls.
A very good church, by the way.
Yes, if you want to check it out, fflife.us.
Sponsor. Well, not a sponsor, but it's probably going to plug out there.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways.
So very cool, very cool. Tell us about, now you said you had schooling at Hillcrest, and then after that schooling you did Master's Commission.
Yes.
Which you want to expand on that?
Sure. Master's Commission is a 2-year discipleship program where you go in and you basically fast different things like media, internet, movies, stuff like that, as well as you have limited resources to cell phone, stuff like that. They have different things. You basically go to school in the morning, and then you have work study in the afternoon, which is like mowing the lawn, shoveling, stuff like that. Just different things. We can talk about that in another episode as well.
Sure, but basically, as there's different dormitories around Fergus where the church. It was the same one for the girls every year. It probably still is.
Yep, I believe so.
And the guys
keeps hopping around.
I don't know why that is.
Although because the girls had an actual house, the guys now have a house as well.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Now, granted, it has only been 1 or 2 years since they've had it there, so they might change it now. But they also have a house.
Sure, that's cool. But basically, you were in one place for 1 year.
Yep.
And then you moved, and then you're in another place another year, which we dubbed it as the pad.
Yes.
Which we'll go into when in a different brainstorming session.
Yep.
But basically, going into Master's Commission and then coming out of Master's Commission, how much of a different person would you say you were?
Well, 2 years went by, so quite a bit. I would say at quite a bit, because I went in with different things. Just went in, came back out, and I didn't play as much games and stuff like that. I kind of went back into gaming a little bit, but
Sure.
well, obviously, because they limited your games that you could play to board games and stuff like that. Video games you couldn't do. Online you couldn't do. So just that. Debugging, defragging, stuff like that of your brain during that time frame, which is actually something I would suggest doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we are over now, so
well, let's finish
I think
with.
we should be good, except that I do work at Walmart as a wireless associate.
That's cool.
I would like to say that it is quite fun. I do love it, and
But
that's
you're still doing schooling now, though, right?
Correct. I have summer class.
Sure, and now currently known as M State
Correct.
of Fergus Falls, which is really cool.
Yes.
All
Anyways,
right.
that'll be my episode, and now we'll say see ya, and next time we'll do his episode. Join us next time.